I am incredibly excited and happy with what I just saw. I thought the performance, especially towards the end of the match, with all of the young talent out there, I mean, you have to be excited. There's no other reason but to be excited. There's so many players that you could talk about that had a really positive performance today.
Totally. So let's ask you who your favourite was. Who's the one that's got you most excited with the season only 3 weeks away?
Well, I think in terms of the first team, a lot of people had been giving Archie Gray a lot of flowers, and I think deservedly so. He played really well. I think he looks confident when he's on the ball and possesses a calmness that you really need when you're playing central defensive midfielder or in the back line, which is where he plays. So I think that has looked like a really quality signing so far. I'm very excited to see what he can do this upcoming season. And then how can I not mention the midfield maestro? I've never seen this kid so confident. Lucas Bergvall, to me, he just seems like a showman, like that he really enjoys
Yes.
the crowd and the entertainment aspect of the game. And I think that is such a fun thing to have in a player on your team.
Completely agree. I think he's going to be an amazing player. I've been saying it all afternoon. He reminds me of a mix of Martin Odegaard and Luka Modric, and I just want us to do whatever it takes to allow his fearlessness and the fearlessness of all those young players.
He tackles like Paul Scholes.
Well, and he's got a bit of bite about him as well. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have to be patient with him as well because he'll probably get himself sent off every so
He
often.
might do.
But
He might do.
One thing we haven't talked about during this fan phone-in show so far is Pedro Porro's goal and Pedro Porro's performance. Thought he looked good again, taking up some good spaces and very composed in the final third. Are you excited for him this coming season?
I'm so glad that you mentioned Poro Barnaby because that's who I was going to talk about next, actually. I just think that in terms of the discourse in right backs and the best right backs in the world, that Poro's name is just slandered on so much, especially outside of the Tottenham fan base. I think a lot of our fan base realizes how good he is, but for whatever reason, I don't think that he's getting the recognition he deserves. He is class going forward. I mean, he's able to offer creativity. He's trained himself up to become a stout defender. I would say he's not someone that you can really take lightly going backwards either. So I think he's such a top talent. Honestly, I hope we can hold on to him for as long as we can. And I think it was really encouraging seeing Jed Spence play as well as he did again in the second half, because that just opens up a lot of the transfer funds that may have had to have gone to that position eventually, and ideally goes into the forward line. So, yes, I thought that was really encouraging. I think between Destiny and then Poro and Spence, if Spence can continue this performance level, we're really set at that position. So I think that's really encouraging from today.
Oh, I completely agree with you there, Tip Top. And to be honest with you, there's one player that really stood out to me as well that came on there. I'd love to get your views on it. Jamie Dunley. He came on, got an assist, hit the post. You know, he's part of the play. He's been playing out of position. He's over there at left back. You know, tell me what your thoughts are on young Dunley.
Yes, so Donley actually has been my favorite of the new Academy products coming up. And obviously, since I had known about him, he's been a central attacking midfielder and doing it at a high level for the level that he was playing at, you know, winning Premier League 2 Player of the Month awards at that position. And now I'm sure Ange just had a conversation with him saying, hey, you know, we like you a lot, but I think we want to try you at left back. And I think that he hasn't, taken any sort of disrespect towards that at all. And I think that he's really embraced it and saying, you know, I want to put my best foot forward in terms of being able to offer as much as I can to the team. And I think that it shows in his play that, you know, he really does try and put everything out there for the badge. So it's great to see.
Oh, I really agree with that. And I think, the way he's applied himself to that position and for his performance today, he's really, if he's basically knocking on the manager's door saying, am I in this squad, please? Right. Because he's so talented. And like you said, playing out of position, and just being willing to take that role on the way he has, very, very impressive, I must say. And of course, we got the young talent, the young Mikey Moore. Tell me, what does the future have in store for Mikey?
The future for Mikey Moore is whatever Mikey Moore wants it to be honest. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a talent this young at this club be as productive as he's able to be. I think it's every game. I mean, he's just offering everything that he can and is always in a good goal scoring position, it seems. Obviously, with the header that he had been on goal for, that could have been a second goal for him today. And I think that he's going to watch it back and really regret that he didn't take it better than he did. So I think he's such a top talent, honestly. Putting the ball in the back of the net is the hardest thing to do in the sport. And when you have a talent so young, able to do it so consistently, you just pay the kid whatever he wants, honestly. I just don't think that we should let him go at any cost.
Pay him
that
whatever he
contract
wants,
signed.
but also don't pay him so much that he loses commitment and focus.
Definitely, no.
We don't want him turning up in the training ground with in a Bentley.
No Bentleys, okay, Mike. He hasn't even got a license yet. He's 16. He hasn't even got his license yet. So no Bentleys, no Ferraris, no Lambos. Get him a nice chauffeur.
He must still be at school, mustn't? Is he at school? How does that work?
Well, yeah, he must still be doing his GCSE. Well, he might have done his GCSEs. Just finished his GCSEs. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Maybe like
Very
top
good.
10 on the wage bill sounds right. Somewhere like that. Not too high, not too low. I don't know.
Mate, thank you so much for calling in. I'll be here again after the game on Wednesday, so give me a shout after that as well. And have a great
Thank you,
rest
guys.
of your week.
Have a good day.
All the
Course,
best,
man.
brother.